Hi, I'm Miss Julie with the Union Township branch of the Branch District Library, and today I am going to demonstrate to you one of my passions. I love to spin. I love the whole process. I have a wonderful friend who provides me with beautiful wool that I get to work with, dye, change colors, spin it up. And so what I'm going to show you is how I spin the yarn. There are several different kinds of spinning wheels, and this is the best time because it's time for them to harvest the wool, and it's getting cold out. You want some more things to do inside. You want cozy things to do inside. So one of my favorite things is to come in after a day's work, after working with the animals, and spend my evening spinning and then making something out of that yarn. Right now though, we're going to talk about the spinning. This is your traditional spinning wheel. This is what they call a Saxony wheel. The Castle wheels have a different shape. The foot pedals are actually underneath the wheel, making it into more of a triangle or a tower, which makes it, that's why they call it the Castle. And what I'm doing right now is this is my wool. This is what they call a roving. And what I'm doing is I'm feeding it into the hole right here. And between the mechanisms, it pulls the yarn in, it twists it and pulls it and makes it into a strand. Instead, it goes from this to this. So what I do is I just kick it in and I spin it, and I start moving my hands and spinning the fiber like that. What you do, just keep pulling on it, things like that. Sometimes there's different ways to what they call worsted wool spinning and woolen spinning, and to tell you the truth, I'm not sure which is which. But at this point in time, what I do know is that I am taking this roving and I am making it into a single ply, which I will then make more plies and ply it together, as in the like for example the 4-ply yarn. So that's how you do spinning with your basic spinning wheel. Now I'm going to show you what we call a walking wheel. This is much larger than the wheel that I just showed you. I was sitting when I was spinning on that one. This one I will be standing and I will be walking. That's why we call it a walking wheel. I will be walking as I spin the fiber into strands of yarn. So first of all, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a short amount of fiber and I'm going to kind of spread it out. Actually, I might even split it. What they call splitting. That way it's nice and thin, is all opened up, easier to work. So then I have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it to the yarn I've already started. As you can see, I've got several belts that we call them. This one is attached to the big one. When this goes around, this moves this wheel, which then moves this wheel, which moves my spool. So when this starts moving around, this will spin my fiber, and then I will move it and I will actually spin it onto, I'll reel it onto the spool. So let's go ahead and start this. We do it kind of slow. Get it started. There we go. And just kind of pull it, and I walk backwards. You do it fairly slow. And see, then I'll kind of pull it up a little bit like so. Well, usually. And I will turn around then and spin it onto my spool. Then I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to make sure it's reattached. You always have to make sure it's attached. Keep it while it's spinning there. Bring it back here a little bit. There we go. bring it, spread it out a little bit here. I kind of got it clogged up. And then we start moving it really slow. And there we go. And we have our, so that's what, so then let's move it up, oops, move it up here and unattach it. And then I will reattach it onto my spool. There we go. Open it up a little bit more and then slowly move it back. And as I do this, you see I'm spinning the wool. And I'm making it into a strand. Very slowly. And then I'll roll it on. There we go. There we go. Right like that. Just like that. No big deal. Just like that. And then I'm going to slowly roll it back. And as it gets to the tip, it moves faster. As you can see this piece was moving really fast. And it's moving it, and even though I'm moving the wheel very slowly, it's moving this very fast. So we'll go ahead and scooch it up again, and scooch it back, and do it again. There we go. And there we go. And that's how you spin. Just a rudimentary, just a quick basic lesson on how you spin on what we call the walking wheel. Now for my final form of spinning, we are going to learn how to drop spindle. This is the first known way that spinning was done. The original was actually, they believe, like a potato on a stick, and they would just wrap it around. Peruvian women will spin as they are walking up mountains, as they're traveling from house to house. We have something like this. And what I'm going to do is show you how to use this. Now, again, we're going to take our fiber, and what we're going to do with this one is, to start it, we're going to take our hook, and we're going to start spinning like this, and we're going to pull it out. Just like that. See how I'm spinning it? Just gently, slowly pull it out, and see what I've done. See, anybody can make yarn. This is all it takes. This is all it takes. It just takes more time to make more yarn. So here we go. So I've got a strand here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this strand. I'm going to wrap it around the staff of my spindle, and I'm going to tie it on. And actually tie it onto here. Okay. So now I've got it. Now it's attached. Kind of. Here we go. So what I'm going to do then is, I've made this yarn. Now I'm going to start, and I'm going to, again, I'm going to wrap this around my wrist so that it's out of the way. And I'm going to spin it. Now I'm spinning it clockwise. That's how I do it. Now, every time you spin your drop spindle, you need to go the same direction when you're making your original strand. So we're going to do this, and we're going to stretch it out. Oops. I waited too long. You got to be careful. Got to watch that, because it will quickly get tied up, because, whoops, and I dropped it. That's why we call it a drop spindle, because it's going to drop. That's been a joke. Sorry. All right, here we go. All right, so let's get this out of the way. And we're just going to kind of gently, again, pull it. What the drop spindle is doing is actually forming a weight. There are different weights, different sizes of drop spindles. The Navajo spindle is actually a long one that's actually, I would say, even 3 to 4 feet long. And you spin it by rolling it on your leg. So here we go. We keep doing this and kind of stretch it, gently stretch it, gently stretch it. Right? So now I have a strand attached to this. What I do is I wrap it on my fingers. Something you can learn, you can do it, but it takes some practice. And then I'm going to wrap it on here. Okay, just like so, to get it started. Because of course my first knot does not attach, it attached it, but it did not like hold it firmly. All right, so there's that. And now we're going to come back around, we're going to turn around, we're going to wrap it around the hook again. And we're going to stretch it out a little bit. Here we go, clockwise. And I'm going to spin. Spin, spin. See how that's working? And the spindle, and when it stops spinning, you just reach down, just a flick of your fingers, and you're spinning it again. Okay? There again. So now that I've got another little finger pull, now that I've got it established on my staff, I can go like this, and I can roll it on just like that. Just like that. No problem. I know what you're saying. It takes practice. I have spun for several years, and I'm not as consistently as I'd like to, but I am now. So, and I'm sharing it with you, and here we go. Now what's really neat is this. I have a kit through the Union Township branch of the Branch District Library where you will make your own drop spindle out of CD. I will give you everything you need, all the materials to make your own drop spindle. You will get 2 ounces of wool to try your hand at spinning just like I did. There will be a demonstration video on how to put together the CD drop spindles. So just when they come out, the week they come out, feel free to call and order one of them. Like I said, everything will be there. The other video where I show how to put everything together will show you what all is in your kit. So here we go. These are the 3 ways that, traditional ways for, you know, there are other ways of course, but the 3 ways that you can spin and make yarn yourself. I mean, between the drop spindle, which is your most basic, your basic spinning wheel, and then your walking wheel, your tall walking wheel. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for supporting us, and I hope that you are inspired to try hand spinning for yourself. The yarn that you make out of this is amazing. And you can do all kinds of stuff, even with the lumpy yarns. Some of us who are used to making a finer yarn like that are struggling because we want to make the lumpier ones, because it adds texture to our textiles, whatever we're making, whether it's a hat or a scarf or a toy. So there is always something you can do with whatever yarn you make. And so I hope you're inspired. I hope you want to try it for yourself. Again, this is Miss Julie with Branch District Library showing you how to spin. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks so much for coming by. Bye.